Bomb blast reported in Quetta in Pakistan's Balochistan province. Explosion leaves many injured. We get you the first pictures of the blast. Massive crackdown on China-linked apps. 232 apps now face a ban. Six months after Republic's financial expose, Modi government cracks the whip against China-linked apps. General Pervez Musharraf passes away at the age of 79 in Dubai. Vinod Kamli booked for assaulting wife Andrea. Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting this Sunday edition of the Super Exclusive with this news break, where we decode to you the cynical plans of the banned outfit Popular Front of India. In fact, the PFI, we decode to you on how the recent raids at Mumbai on the PFI has made some startling recoveries. Few days back, the Maharashtra Anti-Terrorism Squad filed a charge sheet against 5 office bearers of the Popular Front of India. The charge sheet filed in the court mentions about the book 365 Days of the PFI. The book's agenda was to make India an Islamic state by 2047. This book primarily mentions how things changed for the Muslims in India since Narendra Modi came to power. In fact, I have a copy of the very book that has been attached in the charge sheet that has been filed by the ATS. Take a look at this. Through 1,000 cuts by Afsar Pasha, the General Secretary of the SDPI. Take a look at this. We'll go into the full details in a short while from now. And here, take a look at it. It says, a double game that helped the Saffron Party garner that much of support in its power at the center. The widespread communal polarization created by fascist forces was evident from the tsunami of atrocities followed against the minority communities, especially the Muslims and the Christians. The very fact that a former Pracharak is in power emboldened all divisive groups in different hues and colors and to vent their suppressed hatred towards the minority communities and Dalits and resort to violence against them across the country. Now, there is also a subheader which goes by the name of Devil's Rush In. From the very next day of Modi came to power, all evil forces broke loose from their hidings. All hate mongers, tongues between to spit more venom. All poisonous writers, perverse and feeble imagination got inflamed. It was as if they all thought India had already become a Hindu Rashtra they were waiting for, or as if they had got an open license to do whatever they want to make their long-cherished dream come true. Now, this is just one aspect of it on your screens right now. There are more details of it. We'll also bring in my colleague Sandeep, who's going to join us on this broadcast. The Maharashtra Anti-Terrorist Squad has already filed this charge sheet. We'll go across to my colleague Sandeep, who's accessed more details of this charge sheet. Sandeep, if I can come to you with more details on the charge sheet that has also been filed by the Maharashtra Anti-Terrorist Squad. Beyond the reference of this book, the 2047 plan, are there more details in terms of their operations? How exactly were they working, and those who have been arrested so far? What is it that they have told the Maharashtra Anti-Terrorist Squad?
See, as far as this case is concerned, and the charge sheet has been in fact filed by the anti-terrorist squad, Shravan, and in fact 5 people were in fact arrested from Mumbai, in which one of them is a lawyer, another one is in fact a Muslim cleric. Apart from that, a youth named as Mehrab, from whose phone this very document, this document was in fact this booklet 365 days through 1,000 cuts, that was in fact recovered, and in fact the game plan was then came into the light. As far as ATS investigation is concerned, they mentioned that they had a long-term plan for 2047 as they took several gatherings at several places in Mumbai, and not just only with Mumbai, as well as several districts in Maharashtra. They visited to several districts as well, and in fact they used to garner the minds of the youths. They used to brainwash the minds of the youth. And as far as the details of the book you mentioned, several hate messages were in fact written in that very book, and it mentions that how Narendra Modi from being a chief minister of Gujarat became the prime minister, how RSS in fact helped Narendra Modi to become the prime minister despite of the Gujarat riots. That is what mentioned. Apart from that, Shravan, it is also mentioned that several Hindu leaders, including Yogi Adityanath, including Sadhvi Niranjana Jyoti, including Giriraj Singh, several Hindu leaders' names are also being mentioned in this book, which in fact is being used to spread hate in the Muslim community. Apart from that, this book had an agenda. This book had an agenda that after 100 years of India's independence, India should be an Islamic state. Now, as Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister, this cannot happen. So definitely these are the several details that were in fact mentioned in the book, and in fact following which now the ATS has filed the charge sheet. Remember, there were several arrests made across Maharashtra. 21 people were arrested from across Maharashtra. Now this charge sheet that has been filed is for these 5 people who are in fact arrested from Mumbai. Shravan.
One quick question before I let you go, Sandeep, with specific reference to the book in the charge sheet. There are a couple of pages that we've already been able to go through. But what was the roadmap that they were talking about here? Of course, this is the criticism of the current ruling dispensation. But does the book also make a mention of what would perhaps be the way ahead in terms of the action of the PFI and also the SDPI? As I understand from the first page of the book, it talks about through 1,000 cuts, written by the General Secretary of the SDPI. Officially speaking, the SDPI has always said that we have nothing to do with the Popular Front of India. So how exactly is the police trying to link both of them?
The main motive in regards of the that raids that were conducted was to have a full control on PFI and the operation that PFI is in fact running across the country. Now, in this book, as police, as Maharashtra ATS in fact had questioned people in regards to this, they had taken several gatherings in Muslim youths, and they circulated this book in regards to spread a hate in Muslim for Hindus. Now, if more and more people are against Hindus, if more and more people are against this very government, this Prime Minister Narendra Modi's led government, then more and more people can be in fact brainwashed, and the direction towards Islamic country will be very much clear for these organizations. So they were very much focused with the fact that they have to, they have a huge roadmap and a long fight for making India an Islamic state. And for in the same sequence, Shravan, the Maharashtra ATS is investigating. This is one of the evidence that has been recovered. There are many more things that can be in fact revealed in upcoming days as we get more and more details of the charge sheet, Shravan.